the bond of a unity. It's more than a game, it's more than a game. They try to break us down, we will wear a crown. It's more than a game, it's more than a game.
Greetings from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Y'all, I am going to put my DNA Ancestry test kit in the mail. I have just registered it online today, May 15th, 2025. Today is Thursday. And right here, and I should have did this at the beginning of the video, but right here is the Ancestry DNA test kit. I have completed my activation online at Ancestry.com. Now I'm going to go and put this in the mail, and I highly encourage everyone to do their DNA test kit and find out what your nationalities are. Notice that I said nationality or nationalities with an S, because when you do these Ancestry DNA test kit, you will find out that you're not just one particular race and that your ancestors did not come from one country. You're going to find out that they came from multiple countries, especially if you are in diaspora, like in the United States of America, and where you've been colonized and they mix different African nations' blood with European blood, with Hispanic blood, with Asian blood. You'll be surprised what you will find in your Ancestry DNA test kit or in your DNA. So you all, here goes. I'm going to put her in the mail. I look forward to sharing the results with you all. So we'll see how long it takes to receive it. As soon as I get it back, I will do another video. Also, I do know that I have some African blood in me from different countries like Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, Congo. I also have European blood. I have German, I have Irish, and I have British blood, United Kingdom blood, and maybe a small amount of Asian. I learned that because, you know, when my son got his done, I have more than one son, but one of my sons got their DNA test done at 23andMe, and it showed the maternal mother has Caucasian European blood, and then it showed the African blood as well. But I'm going to get mine's. I am doing mine at Ancestry.com. His was done at 23andMe, and we will get, when I get the results, I will share it with you all. I have to take off my readers there. Also, before I go, I just want to say that regardless of your race, whether you be white American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Middle Eastern American, Native American, African American, Ocean Pacific, wherever you come from, even Australian American, I want to encourage all of you, please invest in an Ancestry DNA test kit. There are other companies out there. I'll post them in the description box as well. I just want to encourage you all to do this because it's very important to know where your DNA, where your bloodline comes from. And also, I have something planned. Once I get my DNA test results back, I will be starting a movement and a program very similar to like Search for Ihiri, where not only do we investigate and discover, but we also will be going on a journey. Now, I've already been to Africa. I have lived in Egypt and North Africa. I've also traveled to West Africa, like Ghana, Accra, and to Nigeria. And I've been to Canada and different places. And I would like to be informed. And the purpose of this video is to be informative and to encourage others to be in the know. Greetings from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Today is Thursday, May 15th, 2025. The time is approximately 5 minutes after 11 a.m. We are near the lunch hour. What I have here is an Ancestry DNA test kit. I meant to do this video sooner. This order was placed on Monday, April the 28th, 2025. I have had this order for about 2 weeks now, it seems, and at least a week and a half. So basically, I have not opened this up. This is the Ancestry DNA test kit. And if I flip it, I'm trying not to show my address, but on this back side, it contains my address. This is the side of the box. And this is what you pretty much is looking at. So basically what I have to do is open this up. And I'm going to open it up on camera. And there's an activation code in here that I need to go online and enter that activation code for this test kit. And I also have downloaded Ancestry DNA app. The app is, maybe it'll be more functional once I activate the kit, but right now there's not much I can do with the app in terms of maybe like just putting my information in for my profile. So I believe that once I activate it, that more parts of the Ancestry DNA app will become accessible. Now, I had a hard time trying to figure out if I should order from 23andme.com, which is also a DNA ancestry test. One of my children got tested from 23andMe, and that's where I discovered that my children have royal Egyptian bloodline. Of course, they have other African countries in them, and they have European blood and a small amount of Asian blood as well. You all, I literally almost placed the order with 23andMe, but because they have made an announcement that they are going out of business and have given instructions of what people can do that have already had their DNA test done with them on how to protect their DNA from being used and things, I decided to just give Ancestry DNA a try. I also went to AfricanAncestry.com and I almost ordered from them as well. Now, African Ancestry, they may be a little bit on the pricey side. These kits are expensive no matter who you order it from. So here goes. I'm going to open this. So the address of Ancestry.com is Fulfillment Center, 7500 Eastgate Boulevard, Suite 200B, Mount, MT for Mount, Juliet, Tennessee, 371224544. So, being careful not to reveal my personal information, I am opening up the package. All right, so it says, ready to begin your DNA story, or register your kit, collect your saliva, return your sample, explore your results. You all, the amount of money that I paid, this better have a prepaid envelope in here. I'm serious. Y'all, this was expensive. Now, they recently ran what you would consider to be like a coupon special, where for Mother's Day, they knocked the price down to like $49, or in some cases $39 at their website. And I said, oh my God, why didn't I just wait and order this like a few weeks later, and then I would have been able to get it for like half price, right? So you all, so this is what I have to go in here and register it, put in the activation code, and let's see what else information here on the back before I flip it over. They're also showing another address that's located in Lehi, Utah. Okay, and this is the front side. Let's go ahead and get her open here. I want to encourage everyone to take their DNA test so you'll know where you come from, all the countries of your ancestors. So it has like this little groove right here. As you can see here, I'm gonna, just one moment. Okay, hopefully it doesn't show any codes or anything, but this is what it shows so far. I just didn't want it to show my code because that would be private. So right here it says, warning, do not eat, drink, smoke, or chew gum for 30 minutes before giving your saliva sample. Scan the QR code using the camera on your phone or go to Ancestry.com/DNA register. Your unique registration code is located on the outside of the saliva collective tube here, as they illustrate. This is going to be the second half of the clip. When I pressed pause, the video came completely out instead of pausing. Today is May 15th, 2025. It's Thursday here in the state of Arkansas. I'm in Jacksonville. And continuing on the Ancestry DNA test kit. So I have opened it, and then I will be going on today. I will be registering my test kit. And let's see what's in here. You all, the amount of money that I paid, it better have a return envelope, because it would not be fair for the price that I paid for them not to have that in here. As it says, no postage necessary if mailed in the U.S. So the amount of money I paid includes a return label. You don't need to see the tracking number in this package. Right here on this part of the box, this is it says pull to open. Y'all, am I in short screen? Here we go, because I want to make sure that it's long screen. Y'all, I have to be careful not to display my activation code and other personal information. So of course I've covered this up because it contains my activation code under here. And you can see the first few letters, but you can't see everything else. The activation code is here. And I have to go online and enter that in my personal Ancestry DNA account and or profile. And also here, when I pull this box out where it says pull and display just recap the Ancestry DNA activation code, and then in here is a, let's see, it's like a kit. It says covered by one or more patents. Okay, so the kit is here. And if you flip it over, it's very light. It contains like a tube. And, you know, like stuff you see in a medical lab. So I'm going to figure all of this out. I'm getting ready to actually do my DNA test, and I'm going to drop this in the mail, hopefully before the mail. I believe the mail carrier may have already ran. I hope not. So anyways, I will be taking my DNA test and putting this in the mail. I will not upload this video right away until I get the results back, and then I will be sharing that with you all. Or maybe I'll do 2 different videos. How about that? How about I do this video, or I could just wait and put the clips together. And right here is, it's like a little towelette or something in there. it's not exactly a towelette, but I don't know what to call it. But, and then here again, it's the test kit. So you guys, that's all that's in the box. It's a test kit, and then it has a return envelope or box to return it in. Let me go ahead and get this test kit registered online, and let me go ahead and drop this in the mail, and then I'll do a separate video with the actual test results, okay? So that way I can have you all in the loop and catch you up to speed. So I just want to share with you all the instructions of how to use the DNA test kit. Step by step. So one is to register your kit, which I just registered it. And by the way, it's 11:53 a.m. and it is May 15, 2025 here in the state of Arkansas. I am in Jacksonville, so I'm trying to hurry up and do this DNA, and I am going to put it in the mail today. So it says, so step one is to register your kit. Step two is to spit in the tube. Fill the tube with your saliva to the black wavy line, and then fill the tube until your saliva, not including bubbles, is at or just above the wavy line. It's easy. That's less than a 1/4 teaspoon. So you all, without displaying my activation code, which is on here, I have to spit. I'm trying to cover up my numbers. I got to spit to here, and that's quite a bit. Oh wow. Let me pause for a moment and spit, and then actually y'all don't need to see me spit. I'm not going to pause. Let's go to step 3 is to replace the funnel with the cap. I guess I'm supposed to take the, hold on, if you look in there, there's nothing in there, right? So in here is the other part. I believe the cap is in here. So let me take that cap out. Just 1 second out of here. Oh, okay. So this is the cap, you guys. Try not to display my code. Hold on. So this is the cap right here. Now, what I'll be doing here is spitting in here because they got to collect my saliva. Y'all, I thought that you just, like, that they just swab your mouth with a Q-tip, that you're supposed to take a Q-tip and swab the side of your mouth like they do on the Maury Povich show or the paternity test court. What is it called? It's called paternity court, you know, where they take the Q-tip and swab the mouth of the father and then swab the mouth of the baby or child or even grown up. And then they send it off to a DNA test to find out if a man has fathered a child. So why do I have to spit and fill up a tube? I'm not complaining. I just thought that I would receive some Q-tips and then a bottle to put it in. But I actually have to spit and then cover it up with this cap here. So I believe that this may go in here. We'll figure it out. Does it go in here? Does it go this way? I don't think that goes in there. I'm gonna have to figure this out, you guys. And then I'm not sure what this is for. Again, I believe it's like some type of towelette or something. I hope I didn't display my activation code. I have to be very careful. But anyways, you guys, so that step 3 is to replace the funnel. It's illustrating how to fill the tube. Number 3, install cap and shake. Replace the funnel with the cap and remove the funnel and the tube and discard screw on the enclosed cap tightly. And then tighten the cap and then shake to release the stabilizing fluid for like 5 seconds. Shake the tube for at least 5 seconds. This will ensure the blue stabilizing fluid releases from the cap and mixes with your saliva so our lab can best process your sample. We'll send your email update about the progress of your test to the address associated with your Ancestry account. You'll be able to view your personalized results on the Ancestry website once they are available. Warning, do not ingest the stabilizing solution in the tube cap. If your skin, eyes, or mouth come in contact with the solution, wash with water. Keep DNA kit out of reach of children. Small cap may pose choking hazard. And then to return it, here's the instructions, you guys. It says place the tube in the collection bag and then return your sample. Place your sample in the prepaid mailing box. Seal the box with the adhesive strip and mail it in. Keep the registration code card until your results arrive. We take your privacy seriously. You always control your DNA. Learn more at Ancestry.com DNA privacy. For helpful tools and tips on getting the most out of your DNA results, please visit us at Ancestry.com DNA Fact. And of course, instructions can be found in Espanol, Francais, Dutch, Portuguese, Savanska, did I pronounce that right? Savanska, and Italiano. So see Ancestry.com/DNA instruction. With that note, you guys, I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and figure out what to do with this. And I have to spit. I know I've got to spit up until I get here. Spit to here. And then, what is this for? It doesn't exactly fit on there, but we'll figure it out. Without showing my activation code, I want to share with you all the example of the instructions here. So when I get ready to spit in here, I have to pull this part off right here. This part goes off. Whoops, let's just put it here. And then I will, without showing my activation code, I will spit till I get here to this line. I will screw this part on to assure that the saliva remains in there. Okay, you guys, I have removed this part off of the tube, and I will begin to spit now. And I will spit to the fill line, and then I'm going to cover the tube up with this cap here. And the fill line is like right here. Without showing my activation code, spit to here. Y'all, I have begun spitting, and I'm still spitting. I'm not trying to be gross, but I got to get to the fill line. Also, remove any lipstick, as some of my lipstick, you all, I thought I was recording, but I'm not. I have been spitting in here, but actually I'm going to have to pour out my spit because, as you can see, that looks a little pink because of the lipstick I have on. So I want to tell you all that if you're wearing lipstick or lip gloss, wipe your mouth down with a wet napkin or tissue before you begin spitting. So let me go pour this out and gently rinse it out without washing away my activation code. And I have to begin spitting all over again without any traces of pink lipstick or, you know, lipstick color in here. So I'll be right back. And then I'll begin spitting again. Just be sure to remove your lipstick before you spit in here. And some of it even got around the tray. You see that? Pink color lipstick. Okay, you all, I have cleaned the bottle. I've also rinsed my mouth free of and I rinsed this out with water. I didn't put any chemicals in it. And now I'm going to begin to spit in here again, and I'll be right back. And so just to show you that I have removed the lipstick, from my mouth and from the tube itself. And now I'm going to spit. I'm not trying to gross you all out. So I just want to spit and keep putting it spit in here until it gets to the fill line. I know you guys don't want to see all of that, so just to illustrate what I'm doing. Okay, you guys, I know you're thinking this is pretty gross, but that in order to do any type of DNA test for forensics, this is a type of forensics, in this case is for DNA, you all, isn't that enough? They said not including the bubbles, so I see some bubbles up there. I'm not trying to gross you all out, but I've got it to the fill line, right? Because that's the fill line right there. And I'm going to put the lid on her. Ooh, I'm not trying to show the activation code. So right now, without further ado, let me put the lid on her. So there we go. They said not including the bubbles. So the rest is saliva. That should be enough. I don't want to spit again. So here goes. That I have the lid here. And I don't have a tripod, but I'm going to put the lid on the tube. Come on. Here we go. I know that's a bit too close. Let's see if I can pull it out for the camera. I apologize, you guys. I'm going to get my finger out the camera, but this is what I get for not having a tripod or a cameraman. So I'm going to go ahead and place the lid on here really quick. Be right back. I don't know why this is showing upside down on my end, at least the recording numbers. Now it just flipped back up right. But you all, I have carefully placed the cap on the tube. So I've secured it, and of course this is not necessary. Now, honestly, you actually are supposed to keep this part on here while you're spitting to help it to navigate to go in there. I actually took this part off and spit in there, but technically if you don't want spit to go on the outside of it, you would keep this part on there. I managed to do it without putting sputum on the outside of the tube. So without further ado, let's see if I can get this out here before the mail carrier runs today. And of course, this is postage paid. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to illustrate to you all without displaying my code. My activation code is that I did fill it to this fill line. And I'm not trying to gross you guys out, but as you can see, there's a little foam in the top. But right here is saliva. And that is more than enough for them to do my DNA. If I can do it, you can too. Right here, I'm going to open this. I believe this is where I'm supposed to insert the tube. And I guess that pad is supposed to just stay in there. Let me just take it out for you. Right here, I believe that this right here is just supposed to remain in there in case some of it leaked during shipping or something. So let me reinsert it. And put the tube in here, again, without revealing my activation code on the camera. So before you do this, you want to make sure that you screw this on, because if you don't, it's going to be a wasted test kit, right? Placed it, the tube in here. Let's get ready to get this mailed on out. All right, you guys, the activation code is here under that Ancestry DNA label right there by the QR code. I'm covering that up so you don't see my personal information. And then right here where this was at, and you know, I have inserted the tube in there, and I'm going to place it in here carefully and close it back up. And if you notice that I was trying to pull this out and it doesn't pull all the way out, that's a reason for that. And then I'm going to push this part back in just like before. This box does not come all the way out. Everything goes right back in there. So the tube is in there. Let's see if I can get a snippet, a snapshot. I'm just going to push this in without displaying my code. I'm keeping that covered, and then I'll remove it once the code is pushed in enough. Push it in to the box. Code is still displaying. I'm almost. Okay, you guys. I have removed this piece of plastic that was covering up the code, and now it says pull to open, and so that's what I did in the beginning. So I just pushed that back, and I'm just illustrating how to properly do the DNA test kit and return it back to the sender. So let's go ahead and close that up, and then I'm going to remove this adhesive. And I'm going right out to the mailbox, you all. Okay, I remove this adhesive. The kit is in there, it's in the box. And now this part is sticky, so I believe that this part would go here, and I would just firmly make sure that this part is firm so that it sticks. Voila, I have sealed it, and carefully flipping it around without displaying my tracking number, and there you have it. I'm going out to the mailbox now. Arkansas, I am here at the United States Postal Services. The time is 4:14 p.m. It's May 15th, 2025. I missed the mail carrier, and we do not have a blue box where I live, and my package is the box is a little bit too thick for the outgoing mail, so I had to come up here to the post office to mail this box for Ancestry DNA. This post office is located on Main Street here in Jacksonville, Arkansas. Okay.
That's ground, yeah, ground. So that is going to be about Monday, most likely.
When they get it, and do I just check it online? You can't print out anything for me.
Yeah, I'm going to print another copy of the tracking number for you there, and you can look in our website and type that in and see it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You have a blessed day. Okay, you guys. I was trying not to reveal that I'm recording, but I have successfully got a printout here from the United States Postal Service for that Ancestry DNA kit, and now I am on my way back home. So, yeah. Just to kind of give you an idea of where the United States Postal Services is located. Here in Jacksonville, Arkansas, there's an aircraft over there just for decorations. And then there's Captain D's. And then right up the street is McDonald's and Arby's. So with that note, you guys, I'm out and put all my clips together. I thank you guys for watching.